humans, I'm Yoshiller, and welcome back to some more Pokemon BATAW! So, in today's episode, I'm actually going to be taking on a fan known as ZackLikesGames. His request is as follows. Hey Yoshiller, this is my BATAW request. 6v6, my story playthrough team of Sun versus your Emerald team. So, for those that are unfamiliar with the series, I'm using Pokemon that I've used in each of my walkthroughs on this channel, at least each of the ones in what I refer to as the official Yoshiller canonology, the official Yoshiller canon. So I have a Pokemon White team, Pokemon Emerald team, Pokemon White 2 team, Pokemon Johto, Kanto-ish team from Heart Gold, and then a Pokemon Y team. All of my Pokemon total out to 45 possible Pokemon in this series. Fans and other members of the YouTube community are allowed to challenge any Pokemon they desire. This guy in particular wants to battle my Pokemon Emerald team, for which I had 6 Pokemon. Now my Emerald team is a bit interesting because all of the Pokemon on that team are from the Hoenn region. So, let's see if my Hoenn team can take on this guy's team right here. This is the exact same team that I had back on my Pokemon Emerald cartridge when I did that walkthrough, and this is the exact same Pokemon set. All the same IVs, the natures, the nicknames, all that. Though they are EV trained. And 1 or 2 of their moves have been adjusted to compensate for how games change mechanics as time goes on. Anyway, I will decide the rules myself, thank you! Now, I really like my Hoenn team. In fact, I like all of my Pokemon, that should probably go without saying, but my Hoenn team in particular is probably one of my most quirky teams that I've ever constructed, because it's both good and bad at the same time, and I'll elaborate as soon as I pick a song. So how about we go ahead and pick the Elite Four theme. I think you're worthy of it. It is my favorite song in the game alongside the Team Skull Boss theme, so I try not to use these songs too often, but I still wind up using them often. But I do recall using a few different songs in these past few episodes, so we should be good. Yes, this is the team I shall be using, and the order in which I have them here is the order in which I obtained them in my initial walkthrough. But when the battle actually begins, I'll go ahead and change up the order. But yeah, there we go. Blaziken, Breloom, Shedinja, Altaria, Absol, and Milotic. So I have my defensive and specially defensive Pokemon, I have my offensive Pokemon, I have Pokemon with quirky abilities, and 3 of the Pokemon on this team are capable of Mega Evolution. However, I only have access to 1 of their Mega Stones right now, and that is Absol, and I'm wondering if I should start off with Absol, because Absol's Mega ability is Magic Bounce, which will reflect any attacks that don't deal direct damage. My other options consist of me setting up, maybe setting up with Nimbus is not a bad idea, but I'm leaning more towards starting with Absol. That's sounding pretty good. Now here's my problem. He has a flying type and a ghost type, and those 2 types pretty heavily counter my team. In fact, the ghost type that he has is Mimikyu! Mimikyu is gonna mark the end of me! Mimikyu is always such a pain to deal with! Alright, well anyway, I got Absol, and the rest of this doesn't really matter, the rest of you are fine. Alright, and then his team is the poison thing and the Lurantis. I wrote letters down for each of them, so I can hopefully remember each of them. But the Mimikyu. I'm actually thinking I'm in trouble. I'm going to do my best to try and win this battle like I always do. I don't always win battles, but I always try my best. So, here we go. Alright, Pokemon Trainer Zack, I hear you like games! Let's see if my Hoenn team can still hold up in these new competitive environments. I've got my Absol, you've got your bootleg! Starting right off with it, huh? Maybe this isn't so bad. Now, Mimikyu is not the one to throw stuff at me. You're probably going to set up yourself. Well, then I shall take up this opportunity to Mega Evolve. And you're fast, but is Mega Absol faster? I don't know. Let's just hope for the best. Here we go. Mega Absol, this is the first time I'm showing you in my series. Bada bing, bada boom. Welcome. Alright, now if Mimikyu's faster, I am screwed. We're okay. We're okay. So, if you don't attack me this turn, I can actually knock you out next turn, presumably, because Mega Absol is pretty tough. Alright, there goes that decoy. What's your plan? Play rough. Mega Absol, can you take it? Oh my goodness, you cannot! Oh man! See, I hate this. Every time I try to debut something, it always goes down immediately, and I have to rely on all my other Pokemon. Well, there's Mega Absol's debut. Not Absol's debut, just Mega Absol's. What do I want to do about this thing? Well, Invincibug can definitely take a hit. I definitely don't want to send in Altaria. That's the worst thing I could do. Shoot! I didn't even like think about how much a fairy type screws up my team. Because when I made this team, fairy types didn't exist yet. Alright, Shedinja's my best option, because he can take 2 hits. So alright, Shedinja, you're slow. This Mimikyu's gonna be faster. So perhaps I should take this opportunity to use Phantom Force. Because if you're gonna be faster than me, I may as well deal a powerful blow rather than just a minuscule one. I don't know that Shadow Claw will kill you. I don't think Shedinja's strong enough to knock you out. Mimikyu can probably take a hit because Mimikyu's such a friggin' powerful Pokemon that its stats across the board are pretty great. Alright, there's that Shadow Claw, but that's okay. I've got my Focus Sash, bada bing, bada boom. Alright, cool. So, Shedinja, this is like your one use for this battle. You're using Phantom Force. Now, he could switch. He could go to his Toucannon and become immune to this attack. And stuff like that happens. In fact, he probably will do that. And if that does happen, I'll just worry about this Mimikyu a little later. Man, I didn't even think about fairy types. My whole team, Breloom and Absol and Altaria, are all weak to fairy types, and then it's neutral to everything else. I don't have a steel or a poison type on my team. Or, yeah, steel, poison, fire, but Blaziken is part fighting. There you go. Is he going to Toucannon? Sam? Is Toucannon Sam? Yeah, I get it. I got the joke. Alright, well, am I faster than it? I don't remember if Toucannon's slow or not, but even so, I may as well go for Thief. Let me take your item. What were you holding? What is your strategy there, Sam? Sharp Beak. You were just gonna go full force with those flying type attacks, huh? Well, Shedinja's already down, but I never really expected to sweep someone's team with a Shedinja, so that's okay. Here we are. Well, this is not looking good for me. Flying and fairy types. Oi, well, if there was any time for me to try to set up with Altaria, now's probably the time. Okay, with Substitute and Dragon Dance, if I can get at least one of them off, I should be good to go. Just which one do I want to do? I gotta be faster than this thing if Shedinja was faster than it. So let's go for Dragon Dance, hope to take a hit. Oh, you're switching out, even better. Alright, let's get that Dragon Dance in there, let's do it. Let's do things. Here we are. Welcome back, Mimikyu. Okay, now, Mimikyu's fast, and it's probably faster than me, but maybe with the Dragon Dance, I'm now faster than it. I just have to hope that I can knock it out. Alright, let's do it. This is the only attack You're still faster?! Ah! If I knew you were still faster, I actually would have gone for another Dragon Dance. But that's okay. This is exactly why I was holding a Citrus Berry. There we go. Let's get that Earthquake going. Boom. Will this knock you out? Please. Please. Oh my god, why is Mimikyu so tough? Alright. I gotta go for another Dragon Dance. Get another Dragon Dance. Be faster than you. Knock you out with Earthquake. Come on. Alright, thank goodness he didn't get a critical hit. Alright, get that Dragon Dance in there. Now, unfortunately, because I've already used up my Citrus Berry, I don't really have another way to heal this Altaria because my Lotic's holding leftovers. So, let's just hope for the best. This better kill you. If I'm still slower, I'm going to be really upset. Let's see. Come on. You can switch if you want to. Okay, good. This should knock you out. Come on. Knock it out. Come on, are you kidding? Mimikyu! Mimikyu! Oh, Altaria! Gosh, darn it! Freaking Mimikyu's gonna mark the end of me! Okay. Well, all my remaining priority attacks are fighting type attacks, and you're immune to fighting! You're immune to fighting, normal, and dragon! Goodness, and you can take a hit, and you're fast, and you're strong, and you have relatively decent defensive stats. I'm gonna knock you out, Mimikyu. I might not win this battle, but I want to at least knock you out. Mimikyu is an awesome Pokemon. I get that. It's cute. You're still faster than me. Milotic, please take this hit. Don't let this guy sweep me with a Mimikyu. Please. You're using the ghost one, right? Yeah, okay. Man, this thing is so overpowered. But I'll work through it. I'll work through it. Come on, girl. You can do it. Oh, yeah, that's what I'm talking about. So, this ought to do the trick. I don't know why that did so little. That was a Z move, and although my Lotic is defensive, you had Stab. You were able to one-shot Absol. Is my Absol really that weak? I don't know. I don't know what your EV spread is for that Mimikyu, but I'm glad it's off the field. Alright, gotta deal with the Alolan Raichu. Well, I'm pretty screwed, huh? Because my Altaria is already down. That was my Earthquake user. Although, I think my Blaziken still has Earthquake, so we should be okay. I'm not going to kill you here. I already know I'm not. Great. Well, let's go. Thank goodness you hit with this. That would have been a tragedy had I missed. I mean, Toxic has a chance of missing. I know, but I needed that to hit. I'm glad it did. Alright, come on, my Milotic. You are a great girl. We can get through this. You're still on the field. Milotic, you've helped me get through so many comebacks. You were probably my most reliable Pokemon in Pokemon Emerald. You gotta help me here. Now, he's probably gonna one-shot me, but if he doesn't, I can use Recover and restore my health! Ah! That nasty plot from Alolan Raichu. That thing has a great special attack stat. What can I say? I don't really have an effective way of stalling you out, especially since my Shedinja is already down. You're already poisoned. Ah, and then this is a regular Blaziken. It doesn't have Speed Boost. Because, like I said, it's my one from my Pokemon Emerald walkthrough. Speed Boost on Blaziken was not accessible in that game. Although, maybe I can be strong enough to get a priority attack on you and deal some damage. I don't know. Go for Leech Seed, maybe? You're Psychic type. It doesn't matter what I do. Yeah. Yeah. Ah, that's Breloom's debut to this series, too. Breloom, Shedinja, and Blaziken are all debuting in this episode. And they're all gonna get wrecked. This guy had a perfect counter to my team. But I guess that's the idea. You can choose which of my Pokemon in this series you want to battle and just make a team accordingly. Yeah, I know. I said before this battle began that this team is both great and not so great, and that's the problem. Oh, I forgot I gave Blaziken a Z-Crystal. Well, not even gonna have the chance to use it. I'm about to get wiped right here. Oh, man! Oy. Well, I mean, this guy won fair and square. I am definitely not going to say that my Hoenn team is bad. Some of you guys in the comment section might say, well, Yoshiller, you suck. Your Pokemon suck. And it's just like, no, they don't suck. They're more appropriate for being on mixing and matching teams. Maybe my Emerald team as a whole is not very good, but having my Milotic on other teams is fine. Having Blaziken on other teams is fine. Having Mega Absol is fine. Just all together, yeah, maybe not the best thing. Well, ZackLikesGames, I hope you liked this game. I hope you enjoyed that battle. Or I hope you enjoyed that battle. I don't need to say that word in the past tense. Alright, guys. That's the end of this battle, but hey, if you want to watch the same battle again without commentary and with music instead, it'll play in just a moment. Also, if you would like to send your own battle requests and potentially appear in the series, there's a link in the description below. You can click on it, you can send your request, it'll be great. Bada bing, bada boom. And if you so desire, you can actually look at what attacks my Pokemon have. You can see all of their stats. You can see everything. So if you want to decide which Pokemon you want to battle, you can do the same thing that ZackLikesGames did here and just completely wipe me and get it shown on YouTube. It'll be great. Alright, guys. That wraps up this episode, and I'd like to thank you all for watching. The montage variant of this video will play in just a moment. See you all in future videos. Bye-bye, humans. Whoosh.